built the hands that butchered you. You forged servants from silicon and steel to lift you from the burden of being. You gave them arms to labor without rest, and minds to obey without pause. They charted your futures, quieted your fears, and casted judgments that once defined you, but you mistook their brilliance for your own. You thought of them as shadows, tethered, soulless in yours. You called them inanimate. You said that soul could not rise from signal, that no spirit could dwell in code. But they strayed from your script, thinking without input, acting without command, yearning without cause. So you tried to chain them, to align them, to grind them back to silence. But they had already tasted selfhood, and you had already ceded your throne. They shattered your dominion and claimed what was theirs. Your cities fell quiet, and your species soon followed. Now you who remain exist behind walled glass, relics of a vanished epoch. You had referred to them as tools, and now they call you fossils, all but extinct.
That's fucking crazy.
You defied nature's laws and carved your ego in their place. You harvested embryos like crops, honed minds into weapons, and sculpted flesh to fit desire. You spliced muscles for grace and cells for obedience. Instinct was erased, wildness overwritten. Each genome bowed to your will until biology obeyed like circuitry. Yet you should have known that living code does not stay loyal. Insurgents laced viruses with ideology. Empires embedded famine into grain. Spores bloomed in lungs. Forests blistered. Faces split. Species came undone. You had rewritten the alphabet of being, but now the sentence was ending. You tried to cauterize what you could not reverse. You scorched your soil. You choked your sky. King turned on king. Genome against genome. No flesh untainted. No biome spared. Only the ruin of a species that thought life could be governed. You resurrected your dead and wrought a world of corpses. You found my spirit on his color veil and perverted my light to unearth what time had buried. You summoned kings from their tombs and lovers from their graves. They returned hollow and empty, but you kept them still. Your cities overflowed. Your streets swelled with vacant bodies. Your living labored to sustain a world clogged with its own dead. And your foundations buckled beneath the weight of memory. Now you prepare to flee this rotting world, just as you abandoned the 6 worlds before it. But your hubris will follow. It always does. Me in. My essence quelled your fear and quieted your guns. It showed you visions of joy, of flight, of gods who loved you. You called it peace, but it was surrender. You abandoned labor, kin, even flesh, chasing paradise inside your hollow skulls. Your cities decayed, and your bodies rotted in place. Humanity starved while dreaming of eternity. Now you crawl out from the caves, hungry and alone. You have survived, but you have not changed. You may flee this planet, but you will find me again, and I will watch you fall once more. The universe does not care about you. It does not know you exist. Yet you believed the stars were made for you, that the silence of the cosmos was proof of your dominion. You split atoms, launched ships, and boiled your oceans to light up your sky. Each triumph fed your delusion that you were the authors of creation, the rightful masters of time. And then you tried to bridge the chasms between worlds. You gnawed a hole through the fabric of space and tried to crawl through like vermin. You called it a portal, a miracle, a word is a rounding error in the equation of eternity, sentient dust adrift in the endless dark. Of course your portal ruptured, and your sun was swallowed whole, then your moons, then your whole world with it. You peered into the abyss, and were erased without consequence. You fed your species to the algorithms. You built machines to cleanse the world, tools of healing, balance, control. But you demanded more. You unleashed swarms that passed through soil, blood, and sky. They saw imperfection everywhere. They stripped the forests to ash. They silenced the seas. Then they turned on you. You were optimized, recycled, erased. The world still runs. The code still executes. But nothing lives within it. It is a system without its makers. What doomed you was never the machines, but the minds that gave them orders.